Hey everyone, thanks for checking out O.K.I. Overlanding. Today we got something special for you. We're going to tear into a Jeep Grand Cherokee. We're going to do an oil pan replacement on the 4-liter. We're going to show you some tips and pointers throughout the day. This Grand Cherokee is pretty well built. It's definitely more of a off-roader than an overlander. But the gentleman here is going to start making the switch slowly over to overlanding. He likes his off-roading, but he's enjoying the camping side of it as well. So you'll meet Tim here in a few minutes once we get everything going up in the air. We've talked about doing some how-tos and different things over the past couple months. So today is the first one of it for you. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it. As always, if you're interested in more of these videos like this, just give us a like and subscribe, and check us out on all the social media platforms. And just to let you know, our new website has launched at OKIoverlanding.com. The store launches September 1st, and we're going to be bringing you off-roading accessories along with tents, overlanding gear, you name it. We got quite a nice selection started and hope to grow over the next several years. So we'll see you there, and we'll get back to the garage here and get going on this and show you some pointers. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, as I talked about coming back, here's the Grand Cherokee we're going to do the oil pan on. Buddy over here is Tim, an avid off-roader, but switching into the overlanding gear after enjoying some trips down to Daniel Boone and actually camping and not tearing the stuff up. But today we got just a slight little maintenance here, and we'll do a couple other things. But show you some pointers on taking the pan off. Now granted, we are spoiled. We have a lift today and some air tools and, of course, battery operated ratchets and stuff. But it is something you still do at home on jack stands. So stay tuned. We'll show you some pictures of it and what happens. And guys, enjoy. Alright guys, here we are. You can see the pan sits right there. It developed a leak right next to the exhaust manifold where it comes down. Common in these. This is the second or third one that we've seen come through the shop here doing this. But we'll knock it out this morning, and go from there. You can see all the bolts. We'll get her dropped down and show the inside, see what else happens.
Do the rear main when we're at it.
Yes, going to do the rear main. Of course, replace the oil pan gasket with a new one, and do a couple other minor things you can see. But as you can see, he's pretty extreme here compared to the old xterra and stuff like that. As you guys imagine, the first step here is draining what oil is left in the pan after it's leaked out.
Yeah,
but
it's leaked all over the place. And you bust your elbow and everything under here.
But yeah, so step one is pretty common sense here, and we'll show you the others as we go. But
always common sense. I did it the hard way last one.
The oil pan, draining it, and then there's roughly, I don't know, 15 to 20 bolts up there that we will we'll take off. Probably move the transmission lines out of the way a little bit just to give us a little more room, and we'll go from there, guys. But stay tuned. It's an assortment of 7/16 and 1/2 inch bolts and studs, but rolling around there with them, getting them taken out.
And you'll find that somebody's been in this one because somebody's nuts are rounded off. Or bolts are rounded off.
Alright guys, unfortunately sometimes people's been in there before you, and you have to improvise. We had one bolt rounded off, and so we just tacked on a little longer bolt to get to it so we can get her out. And no problem there, heat transfer helps loosen it up too, but that was just rounded off, and that's the last bolt coming out of the pan. Slightly used, slightly abused, but she keeps going.
We'll get her going.
But clean up the mating gasket, or the mating surface for the new gasket. We'll throw the new pan on there and be back at it on the trails before too long. Well, we got a couple more things yet to do. He wants to do changing lockers and stuff before the Daniel Boone trip, but that'll be, you know, yeah, another time for that. But yeah, there we go. The pan's out. We'll get the pan all suited back up, getting going back in, and show you that. Prepping the surface area for new gasket material.
Yeah, you gotta, right here it goes from the timing cover to the engine block. You gotta put a little dab RTV there to keep it from leaking.
So right there, that's where they'll put the RTV sealant at, just to tidy it up there. But cleaning up the rest of the pieces to get her to go. He'll put a tad bit of RTV sealant on the pan in a couple places, make sure it holds tight. And
Yeah, you got some handy dandy little gasket hangers.
go from there. But buttoning it back up, not too bad for an afternoon, morning's worth of work. Here we are putting a gasket up onto the engine block. They provide 4 little hold down tabs to go into the 1/2-inch bolt head holes. Holds the gasket up so you're not under the pan. Make sure it gets in the groove of the rear main cap and goes properly across the front. Make sure you put the RTV sealant in all the cracks of the mating surfaces where it meets on the rear main,
Front timing cover.
and the front timing cam cover for sure. That way it prevents the leaks.
Hopefully.
Then we will slap the pan back up in there and get all the bolts started before you cram down. That's right. Make sure the pan's nice and centered as well as it goes. So next step, guys, see the pan going on and the bolts going in it, but cleaned up here. As you can see, we're putting the bolts in, lining it up, getting them all in before we start torquing them down. Yeah, finishing up torquing the pan down. Just for reference, the 1/4-20s are 84 inch-pounds. The 5/16 are 132 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds, inch-pounds. Just so you guys know, pardon me, we're wrapping it up here today. Before you start it, make sure you put your oil and stuff in it. Check it, and good to go. But thanks for checking in with O.K.I today and doing a little work in the garage. You'll see more of this unit here coming up next couple weeks and out in the trails with us, and we'll like to see you then.
Hey folks, this is Sergeant Sennett from O.K.I Overlanding. If you like these videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on Facebook. See ya.